What is up, all you beautiful people? It is I, AkemiTCG, back with a brand new video. Recently, I've gotten really into the Floowandereeze deck profile. So I recorded this video about a week and a half ago, and at that point in time, I was 7-0-1, undefeated with the deck. Another week later, I went to a couple more locals. My current record is 14 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. So these are all matches, okay? So out of 18 matches, I won 14 of them. So that's something to keep in mind. So I hope you enjoy the deck profile. It took me quite a while to make. I am still tweaking with it. It's not complete yet, just a heads up. But I will be making some more changes to it and then showing you guys the updates as I see fit. Anyways, let's get to the video. What is up, Umbrella Gang? We are finally back in the den. I have a new field center. You can buy it at AkemiTCG.com/shop. And we have won 7 matches undefeated with the Floowandereeze deck, with the Pengus, with the Birdies. We did extremely well. So anyways, let's begin. Starting with the monsters. 3 Floowandereeze Eaglin. That's the main one. That's the one that gets you the 7 or higher wing beast. 3 Robina. Obviously, you have to play 3 and 3 of each. I don't know any Floowandereeze deck that's not playing 3 of 3. This grabs the small birds, the other one grabs the big birds. This is single-handedly a 1-card combo. 2 Strix. Some people play 1, some people play 2. But as of right now, I know BA is running around pretty rampant. And you do want to hit the DPE if they use it preemptively. You hit the DPE in the banish. They don't bring back the DPE, which is really dope. So that's why I played 2 Strees. 1 Toucan, because you would never play more than 1 Toucan. This card sucks to have in hand, but you do need it late game. Let's say like they banish some of your cards or like they cosmic your field spell, then you can just get it back that way. I think it's a really dope interaction. 2 Empen. People play 1, some people play 2. I opted to play 2 just because 1's not going to last the whole game, but 2 definitely will. I've never gone through a situation where I need more than 2 Empen, so you just play the 2. 1 Snarl. Most people aren't playing this card, but this card is really strong. It's a quick effect, Book of Eclipse on your opponent's stuff, and it also gives all your stuff piercing, and also gives you triple tribute summons. So I don't understand why people aren't really playing it. It's really good in my opinion against Sword Soul, because if they make Tactician, you can just flip it face down, and then they cannot go into Baroness, and Baroness is effectively the strongest card in that deck. So, and also same with the Literalist deck, where they make Utopic Future, or if they're trying to attack to make Zeus, you can just flip everything face down, so that never happens. So this is pretty good card in my opinion. 1 Ryza. Some people play 2. If I were to cut anything, I could cut the Snarl in the side, but as of right now, I never needed more than 1 Ryza. I just use it as like, if I summon Ryza on you and I'm putting 2 cards in your graveyard, 1 in the grave, 1 in the field, back to the top of your deck, and I know the order, I'm already going to win the game. This is my philosophy on this card. 1 Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. I am maining this just because a lot of decks just don't have outs to it. If you do have outs to it, congratulations, but most decks, they do not have outs to it. 1 Ecclesia. I am putting in the Domatica package, and I will explain why in a second. Dude, I don't know what's going on. I keep going 0-2 at locals. I mean, have you considered subscribing to AkemiTCG? Oh, dude. Yeah, I think you're right. Make sure you subscribe to AkemiTCG, or else you are going to go 0-2 at locals. Onto the spells. We're playing 3 map. You need 3 map. This is super essential. We are going to get the new quick play spell in the next set, which I'm wicked excited for. So we got 3 maps. 1 wins. This is the tribute your opponent's stuff. You never need more than 1. I almost never use the drawing effect. You only use it like as a super extender if you're already juiced up and then you want to just draw more cards. But you pretty much use it on your opponent's turn to tribute their cards that they just set. In conjunction with Ryza, you're getting so much plus and so much value off of this card. For peripherals, I'm playing 3 Duality. Just dig through your deck. 3 Prosperity. I think Prosperity, in my opinion, is a must. 100% must in this deck, just because your hand is dead without Robina, or Eaglin, or the field spell. So this fetches you either or, and especially once we get the new quick play spell, this would be so much better in the deck. But this deck does have consistency issues already as is, so you need to play the 6. Some people are playing 2 Extravagance 2, but because I'm playing the Domatica package, I rely a lot on my extra deck, so I cannot play Extrav. 3 Nadir Servant. So the Dogmatica package gives you access to pretty much Shureg, Fergie, Natis to pop something, and pretty much all the other peripherals or all the other side cards you need for certain situations. Like if you're gonna make a board, you can send Wooden Pegasus, and then just set up just in case they destroy something. You can just punish them for it. So I really think it's a super flexible card, and also it baits out Ash. You literally play Nadir, and people don't realize that, like, oh, we're not playing Dogmatica Shaddoll. I Nadir, they Ash it, and then I summon Robina, and they're like, oh no, they're playing against birds. They're not playing against Dogmatica Shaddoll. So it becomes so much better when you realize, like, it is bait. However, when they draw you, it does suck, but you know it does happen. Book of Moon, just so if they Imperm, Veiler, whatever, you can just Book of Moon your Robina, Book of Moon your Elin, Book of Moon anything. Even your Ecclesia. Sometimes like I've summoned this and then that's when they Veiler or Imperm and I need it to resolve, so I just Book of Moon to Ecclesia. 1 Gold Sark. As much as I don't like that card extremely much, it works really well in conjunction with Nadir. Because if you open Gold Sark Nadir, you can Gold Sark the Robina, then Nadir, send Shureg, and then Shureg can search any of the Floowandereeze like mini birds because you have a 1 card banner. So I think it's really dope. And also like it just starts your plays too, and it helps you chain block. 1 call by, obviously you need to play the call by. Terraforming, obviously. 3 Chalice. People are telling me to play Imperm, but I like Chalice a lot better right now just because it's so flexible. Like super flexible. You can use it to gain attack, you can use it to drop an opponent's monster, you can use it to hit the DPE, you can use it to hit the Baroness, hit the Chao Feng. You can hit anything you want with this at any time. Where Imperm, you have to use it from your hand while your opponent controls no cards, or rather while you control no cards. So you have to think about the interaction between you and the opponent. It's not always going to be live, but Chalice will always be live, in my opinion. Right now, not a lot of people are playing Dragoon. They're opting for the DPE package just because you get so much more resources that Chalice just becomes an infinitely better card than Infinite Impermanence. No pun intended. 3 Lightning Storm. This deck cannot break boards at all. Like, this deck is garbage, doo-doo butter at breaking boards. This deck can't do anything. They make like 4 negates, you can't do anything. So you have to main deck a way to get out of it, especially since you're not always going to win the dice roll. So that's why I'm playing 3 Lightning Storms. Yeah, it sucks. Like, I always want to go first because I want to make the board. But if I don't make the board and I'm going second, because I'm playing Duality, because I'm playing Prosperity, I can dig through Lightning Storm wicked fast. And especially when it goes to the sideboarding games 2 and 3, you just get more resources and more value off of like maining these going second cards. And the traps, 1 Dreaming Town, you just need 1. You can just recur back with 2 can later. And then 2 Punishment. Some people play 1, but I like 2 Punishment. Hard drawing it isn't the worst thing in the world, unless like they have like everything can't be targeted, or if you're playing against dinos, they have Lost World. But you do have an out with Punishment, in a sense, and I'm going to show you guys in a second. Onto the extra deck. 1 Nightingale, 1 Downer, 1 Zeus. I almost never go for these, but like it does come up, so we take those. I should be playing 1 Recital Starling just to search my cards, but again, I slapped this deck and I didn't want to change any of it. I just want to show you guys exactly card for card the build I use before I change up a lot of things, because there's a lot of things I will change and decide in the extra. 1 Anima. It never came up, but if your opponent puts stuff in the wrong column, they get punished for it really hard. 1 Verdant. If they have Baroness in the graveyard, you can just steal it from them, and it's wicked dope. 2 Fergies. You should only be playing 1, but the extra one's the Prosperity target. Again, you just play 1 Fergie just to fix your hand, but that's about it. Same with Shureg, lets you search, especially with the Gold Star combo, it becomes wicked free. If they de-shifted you blindly, that's free too, or when you get a bird in the grave, that's also free. 1 Skull Knight, just destroy their cards when you want to, because Skull Knight gives you the option. Natis has to be immediately, but Skull Knight gives you the option to destroy. Titaniclad, I almost never send this, but if you open Punishment, then Titaniclad does work. 2 Natis, obviously. 1 Wind Pegasus. 1 Shooting Star for the big name. This is supposed to be a Master of Oz 4200 beater. If they summon like 4500, anything above 4200, I want to be kind of tight, but like if they do, then they can take the game, man. Like you would play, ideally play a 5-headed or the Guardian guy or the Dragon Master Knight, but I just opted to play something cool, so whatever. And obviously 1 Omega. It never really came up, but Omega's always a good card to have, especially if you're playing the Nadir package. Onto the sideboard. 3 Shifter, 3 Lancia. So you guys are probably wondering, Akemi, why would you play both of these in the side deck? If you're playing against a lot of matchups, the matchups that do lose to Lancia also low-key lose to Shifter as well. So the way I look at it is if you play 6 copies, well, this is 3 copies of Macro, this is 3 copies of Lancia. So if you play against, like, let's say like Virtual World, Burning Abyss loses to both of these cards. In my opinion, it's very practical to play all of these, because these Shifter you want to open, Lancia you also want to open. So they essentially serve the same purpose. That's why I'm playing both 3 and 3. 3 Nibiru. You have to play this just because, yes, your opponent will be playing around it games 2 and 3, but sometimes, like, this deck will piss people off because they're like, oh, these are small little birdies, and why is this penguin killing me? So they'll get tight and they'll start not playing around Nibiru, or you can hold it. You can hold on to Nibiru in your hand turn 1 for like the longest time and just not use it until you absolutely need to use it, and they don't expect it because they're like, wait, you should have nibbed me there, but you didn't do it. And then I break the board, proceed to do something else. They try to make the board again the next turn, then I nib them. And then at that point, I already have Dreaming Town in play, so I pretty much have my whole deck and my engine ready. So in my opinion, Nibiru is really, really good in this deck for games 2 and 3. Also, if you don't know, I believe Dreaming Town. You can also use this. If you have Nib in hand and it's dead, you can tribute your opponent's card if you have this on the field with Nib, because that requires 2 tributes. So it's wicked funny for no reason. It never came up, but like I think it's a funny interaction. 3 evenly matched, you're going to be digging. If you're playing against Eldritch, you're playing against some like Dom backward heavy deck, really good against a Burning Abyss, then you want to dig for evenly matched. You have Prosperity, you have Duality, so it's easy to dig. Same with Twin. And last but not least, I'm playing a once to Morgue. I would try to play Judgments, but the thing is, for whatever reason at my locals, everybody's playing like Control, and if it's not Control, it's like a very heavy combo where everybody just takes a ton of time. I just don't want to put in Judgments for the sense that, like, if we're gonna go into time, it's gonna really suck. But I would try to see if I can squeeze them in. But right now, I'm actually really liking the Lancia Shifter thing. I've ran into no problems. Obviously, if you side in Shifter, you just take out the whole Dogmatica package, including the Nadirs and the punishments. So, like, you have no dead cards. Anyways, that is it for my deck profile. Let me know how you feel about it. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And if you don't like it, you can press dislike, but nobody's going to see it because they disabled that function. But anyways, I am AkemiTCG. I will see you guys next time. Peace.
The world ends now.